Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bro Connections podcast, episode 27. I'm here with Ansel, Ali, and Sebastian, and we're chilling today, yo. So, Ansel would like to kick it off with some good news he has. Ansel?
I have some very good news. So, Nepalese climbers of Mount Everest, right, the Sherpas, cleaned 2.2 tons of trash from Everest in the past 47 days.
Did your grandpa tell you that?
All right, you know what? This is why I didn't want to say this.
That's cool.
Awesome. Tell me about your
No,
fish.
that's really good, Ansel. That's actually
good.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's...
Uncle, tell me
yeah.
about your fish.
But no, like legitimate, like that's actually kind of crazy. Like, wow, you said 47 tons?
47 days for 2.2 tons.
Oh, 2.2 tons.
2.2 tons is a lot of trash. Like, in
That's a lot of
plastic,
weight.
that's so many bags of trash.
Yeah, because Everest is really polluted.
Good
with
for the
trash.
Sherpas in Nepal. They're doing a good
That's
job.
Yeah.
pretty cool.
They care about their, did they clean it off of Mount Everest or just the land around them?
Off Everest, like that's all just from Everest.
Wow, that's hardcore saving the earth, yo. Good for them.
Good
They
man
get
up there.
Yeah,
They get respect and honor.
yeah, that's one of the best things about coronavirus for Nepal. It's also one of the worst things for them.
Yeah,
it's one of the
literally
best
worst
things.
thing. Half their
Yeah.
economy is like dead.
Yeah, with no tourism, I mean, that's half their economy, right? But with COVID, right, since there's no, like, people trying to climb Everest, they can do this, 2.2 tons.
Yeah,
Just
good for
cleaned
them.
off.
And maybe if they find enough water bottles, they can make $200 and save their economy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think they
that's
could do
good.
that.
Is Nepal self-sufficient?
That'll really drive
Or-
up the market.
Like what?
Like, do they produce their own goods or do they take mostly exports?
I mean, I'm guessing that they import a lot of stuff.
Ollie,
It is
you're
very
just, are you
mountainous.
just straight up watching
Sure they
YouTube?
can.
Me? No, it's
It's all,
background.
I said Ali. Who is that? Super loud. Oh well.
That's Ansel's background. I'm playing Minecraft.
Oh well. It's fine. So that is good that they're cleaning up pollution. I haven't heard anything about pollution in the last like 3 months. Besides that, so it's
Yeah, I heard, at least a couple months ago, I heard, like, carbon emissions are down and stuff, because, like, not a lot of people were doing carbon-emitting stuff.
yeah.
Carbon
So
emitting.
that was good.
That's very
Yeah,
good.
be active, carbon emitting.
I haven't gotten in a car for like 1 day at least.
Wow, you're doing your part.
I know. I'm not gonna go in one today. I'm gonna stay home and be strong. I have an apple. I'm staying healthy.
Good, good.
Yeah. So, any other news,
Yeah.
Ansel?
Oh, I have some bad news.
Uh-huh.
On the topic of, like, carbon emission. I read that the Amazon now produces more like greenhouse gases than it absorbs because of, like,
How does that make sense,
deforestation
though?
and stuff.
Wait, so
Oh,
sucks.
yeah.
worse for us or better for us?
That's bad. It's carbon emitting, the act of carbon emitting.
Yeah, no, it's
So it's
bad.
releasing all the carbon that it once had.
Yeah, I read that. That it's
Yeah.
releasing more. So it's a
Although,
bad thing.
there are more trees on Earth than there were 36 years ago, because especially in like northern regions, like in the U.S., Canada, Europe, Russia, China, tree cover has increased a lot. So yeah, it definitely is like not a good thing that the Amazon is like shrinking. But overall, globally, there's more trees than there used to be.
That is good.
That's good. There's
Yeah,
good
it is
news
good.
and bad news.
I think
Yeah,
we all
It's good
like
news and bad
trees.
news, but at the same time, I don't want to be like too gloomy and doom.
Yeah, before humans
Esque,
were
you
trying to kill themselves. Now trees are trying to kill humans too.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't support deforestation. I think it's bad for the environment because there's less forests.
And shifting cultivation.
Oh, yeah.
Agriculture.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the
Bro,
same?
I'm
We learned
guessing
something,
that.
Mr. Bradford. We learned something.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm guessing that doesn't count for much of the pollution or carbon dioxide.
for the
Yeah, it's still a bad
deforestation.
thing, though.
But
It's
that's
still
like-
bad.
It's
probably-
a bad thing, but
That's probably like 70% of all the deforestation in South America that's happening.
no, not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought that's what was causing the Amazon to shrink. It's shifting agriculture or cultivation.
Yeah, and probably to like industry stuff. Like, okay, we need to make more buildings for stuff, so let's just cut these trees down.
Yeah, that would make sense. Man,
It's bad though, because I mean, what else does South America have besides
they
like
have
rainforest?
Peru.
No, like
Peru.
They have
rainforest
really big
wise.
spiders.
Rainforest wise, the Amazon's really all they have.
They have rich culture.
If that shrinks.
They have really
Rich
nice
culture.
mountains. Chile is really pretty. That's why it's the richest country in South America, probably.
They have
Colombia's
Brazil.
really
That's
pretty.
not bad.
I think like almost probably every single country in South America looks really nice. It's all California down there.
Yeah, have you seen
Yeah.
the favelas of Brazil?
I'm probably not, but maybe.
I saw them in Call of Duty. They look really good.
In Narcos,
even
I saw
Venezuela.
Colombia, and it looks nice.
Yeah,
Even in Venezuela, there's some nice areas. As long as like not in a city, it's nice.
that's pretty much how it is everywhere. You know, don't be in the city. And it's good.
Yeah. Unless you're like
Yeah.
in a desert.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any in Venezuela.
A
Yeah.
desert?
I don't
Yeah.
think there's any deserts in South
No.
America.
They have a lot
Although
of
apparently-
oil, right? So they're good.
Venezuela, yeah, but apparently I don't know something about how the government has been handling the oil. It's like not good.
Yeah, that sucks for them.
Yeah, sucks to live in Venezuela.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
to be a person there. That
Yeah,
really just
and like on the month's income in Venezuela, you can't even buy like a single cheeseburger.
Damn.
They're
That
still
sucks.
alive though. So
Yeah, well, the only reason why people there can like survive, which a lot of them don't, is because they have family outside of the country that sends them money.
Mm.
If for
Do
not
you guys
that,
know
no one
that,
would be able to like live.
Do you guys know that Pakistan's the cheapest country? If you're a foreigner and you have $1, right, you can go a whole day and like not even spend most of the dollar.
How much
really.
does a house cost? I might have to move
It's,
there.
no, it's not about the houses. It's just about like the living there, like food, and other stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying
It's
like what would
transportation.
property cost be if that is so low?
So $1 here is basically 100 rupees. So,
Mm.
like, it's pretty cheap.
Wow,
That's good.
Yeah, it's the same thing for Nepal.
is that why?
It's 100 to 1.
Is that why some people like put their like VPN to like India or countries I don't know in that region?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
yeah.
Mr. Bradford
So-
did that. He
Yeah,
changed.
Yeah, so their
Bradford,
yeah,
YouTube
YouTube
premium is like
Premium,
$1 a month.
Yeah, you change your VPN to
Bradford.
there, and it's like
Cheating
a
the
lot
system.
less.
For real. That is good.
Yeah.
Man.
So yeah.
What
We
is
really-
that sound?
It's Ansel,
That's-
he's watching TV.
Uncles, cousins.
But
Also, go spank a man.
yeah.
Spank a man. Show us too.
Go put him in his
I think-
place.
Oh, Ollie, I don't know if you started it too or not, but I heard like a month or two ago, I think Ansel was doing the 30-day ab six-pack workout. Were you doing that or not? Yeah?
I was doing that, but I stopped. I'm sorry, you still doing that?
Oh, 5-minute workout.
Did you do it? Are you still doing it?
Right now, no.
Yeah,
did you
but
stop?
Stop.
You know, I
When
mean,
did I
it would.
stop? Oh man, a while ago.
Also,
I
it
used
would
I
make
used to
fun of
run
you,
like a mile
but
a day, but I stopped too. So
Did you
working
get
at
any
home
gains?
Is pretty hard to stay consistent with, so
Yeah, I
Me?
think so.
I'm not throwing
got some-
any.
You got gains,
you,
Ansel?
man.
Maybe. But next week, me and Sophie are gonna start working out. You know.
Cool. I
Oh, I
started
can't say
working
his
out
name.
again. I did like so many push-ups yesterday. Like every hour or two, I would just get down and do like 20 push-ups. And now my back really hurts and my arms really hurt today. Because I did
you know
too
the
many
one
guess that's
punch man workout. You should try that. It's 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and 10 kilometers a day, which is like 6 miles.
Wow,
That sounds good.
That is crazy.
I don't think I would ever run 6 miles a day.
If I had a
Yeah,
lot of free time, which I have, if I was allowed to, I would probably run like 1 mile a day. Maybe that sounds like a good amount. I should ask if
Yeah.
I can start doing that.
It's crazy. You can start off at level 10, then go up to level. No, you can start off at level 1 and go up to level 10. Level 1 is basically 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats, and just basically a mile.
And I would just start on level 10. I'm not scared. I could probably do it.
I mean, it's 100 push-ups is not a lot.
Yeah.
If it's one day, it's really not a lot.
Throughout an entire day.
And throughout the
Yeah.
entire day, and also 6 miles a day.
The 6 miles would be the hardest part because that's like,
Yeah.
even if you're
That's
running
crazy.
10-minute miles the whole time, that's like an hour that you have to devote to
Yeah.
just running.
And if you run a 10-minute mile, you're not gonna have a consistent 10-minute mile.
Yeah.
Because if you're running a 10-minute mile, you're not good at running
Unless
miles.
you're a
Like,
professional.
you're not-
Well, I mean,
There was a
10
professional who runs at the pace of 4-minute miles, and he runs marathons at that pace.
that's just a superhuman, though. That guy is built different.
Yeah, he is.
Some people
Yeah,
just have
he's just
supernatural abilities. If you can
Different ingredients
run
in there.
10 minutes straight up for like 6 miles without stopping, 10-minute miles, 6 miles, don't stop, that's really good, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do that. I don't even think I could run a whole mile without stopping right now. 'Cause
Yeah, dude. I feel
Yeah,
so
right now I could not either.
good.
I
I
think I
remember,
only did that like once or twice
Only I
ever
could
in
run
PE.
about 80% of a mile without stopping.
I could probably do
The best I ever did.
Probably like a week ago. I haven't ran for a week, so.
The best I ever did on a mile was 7:25, and that was when I thought that was really good. Now I realize it's not like that good of a time.
I
And that
got
was in seventh
6:45
grade, and
once.
then that's pretty good. And then in 8th grade, my first mile of the year was 8:25, and I was like, okay, it's the first mile in a year. Haven't ran a mile in like 2 quarters. It's okay, nothing to worry about.
Pretty good.
Then for the rest of the year, I got slower, even though I felt like I was trying way harder, and I would get like way more tired at the end of miles. I was getting slower, and then the final mile of the year, I circled back and did an 8:25 again. So I basically went like this and didn't improve at all from the beginning to the end. It really sucked. Yeah, I don't know.
On the topic of miles, I used to run like 10-minute mile, right, in like 6th grade, because I was just 6th grade. But
Yeah.
by the time 8th grade came around, right, first mile I ran was like 8:30, and then the last one I ran was 7:09.
Dang.
which, I mean,
Yeah.
Like, I think I improved
Like
really.
by the end of like 8th grade, I kind of gave up on my miles, and I just walked like the 80% of the thing. Because they
think,
didn't matter at all. Like I still had like a 98% just from getting 100% on the quizzes or tests, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no point to doing this anyway. I'd
When
rather
we
walk.
eventually go back to like, I don't know, normal school and we have miles, even though I really don't like running, it's like one of my least favorite activities to do. It's fun if you're doing like really short, quick bursts. I don't know, just kind of like that energy. But if you're just doing like a mile or two, it's just kind of boring, and it hurts your legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
What
you're
we
running,
do, I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
do my best, even though I'm not passionate about it, just because I want to like put as much work into it as I can. Just like not slack on anything.
That's good.
Yeah, I probably put
Yeah.
a lot of work into my miles when I do come back for
Why-
10th grade PE.
how are
Aren't
we
you
gonna
in
do
PE?
weight training when we're like this?
Yeah.
We're
Like
so- bro, you know they make us run 2 miles? Now,
Yeah.
now 1 mile. They make us run 2 miles.
How are we
In
gonna?
PE,
Are we gonna run double the amount of miles when we can't even run 1 mile right now?
Yeah, it would be hard
Yeah.
because we'd be transitioning straight from quarantining and just eating unhealthy and playing video
Everything.
games all day to running a mile.
Hopefully they don't
Or
just
2 miles.
throw us in there and
Yeah.
be like, oh, here you go.
Yes.
That's why I'm
hopefully
hoping.
they ease us in.
I'm hoping when I work out with my cousin, it'll be like for a while, right? And then by the time he leaves for college, I'll already be like in that idea of like schedule, so that by the time school comes around, I'll be good enough, and I'll be like fit enough for it.
I like
Yeah.
exercise a little bit, but I do zero cardio. That's why I think I probably should take up running or something.
Yeah, running is like it's calming.
Yeah.
Running, just put your headphones in and just run like hell.
I wish
It's
I
good.
could do that. I wish I could do
That's what I do.
Ansel, you still don't have a phone, right?
that. No, not one that like really like works. But
When
I
are you
do
gonna
have.
get one.
Oh, I'm so low health.
I don't know.
Gotta be
I mean, I have this right now. I use it. It's my mom's old phone, like the one she had before. The one she had before.
Can you
The one
call
she
on
has right
it?
now. No, I can't call on it.
Oh, that's
There's no
still
SIM
pretty cool.
card.
Dang. Wow,
Yeah.
you can play Angry Birds too.
Yeah, I could.
I play Angry Birds too a lot. I've been playing so much. Today, I got my bonus for logging in 14 days in a row, and this was my first 14 days. And I've been playing like 2 to 5 hours a day. of Angry
5
Birds too.
hours.
I play too much.
I wouldn't be able to find the time.
Probably not 5. That's too much, but probably like 2 hours a day maybe. I play a lot. And it's like multitasking. Like I was I forget what we were doing. Oh, when I was doing
I was eating, playing Angry Birds at the same time.
in a first
It was very
period
stressful.
English, I was like writing because we were doing the Fourth Amendment thing, and I was doing that and playing Angry Birds at the same time, which was, I mean, I
Wow.
got good scores
Uh-huh.
because today is double on the Black Pearls, which you can use to buy hats and other things, but the other things is only if it's a bonus day.
Oh
You
yeah,
guys probably know
also
all
it's
about
80% off for Minecraft for Hypixel ranks and other stuff.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's Easter sale according to the thing. I don't know when, why.
80%. Nice.
Are you guys excited for spring break?
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
excited. I want a break.
I'm just
tired.
excited to not have any homework.
Oh yeah,
Like, not really anything we're gonna do because we're not gonna do anything. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
At least
Christmas
I know my family's
break
not.
for me, it was like I like Christmas. I liked Christmas, and then the rest of it was just me sitting down watching TV like the whole time. I didn't do anything, and that kind of sucked. But this time I'm excited because I'm at least gonna have 2 days where I'm productive, and that's pretty good for a week, you know.
Yeah.
For kids,
So-
yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna chill and I'm gonna have fun over spring break. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
a break is long overdue. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been way
Yeah.
too long.
Man,
Last break-
how many
last
more
break-
days, guys?
Yeah. Last break was the 2 weeks in a row where we had those minimum days. The days or
wait,
minimum days off.
wasn't that a winter break?
No, for President's Day.
No, that'd be insane.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah,
the
yeah,
winter
that,
break.
yeah, that was absolutely goated.
That was
amazing.
fun. But I mean, last break.
Remember that one day
was
where we
winter
had
break.
a Wednesday off in the middle of the week?
Ah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that sucked. I hated that. It was just so weird. I
What
felt
sucks
incorrect staying up.
about this break, what kind of sucks is that right after this break, it's the long stretch. No more breaks until school's
Oh
over.
yeah.
And
Yeah, it's
school
gonna be
gets
really
out for us June 10th. That's like
June-
so late.
Oh.
It's 2 months. 2 months.
Now
Well,
for trip, are you
well,
choosing to
I
go
think-
back or no?
I want to go back, but I wanted to go back this time around, but I can't go back. I want to, but my mom said I have to wait, and then, but every 2 weeks, so like April 26th, there will be another chance for me to sign up to go back if capacity allows it, and hopefully I'll get in on that, and then I'll be able.
Yeah,
to,
I'm excited to go back,
chill.
man. Like just having a lot more focus.
Yeah,
sounds like a
yeah.
lot.
I'm kind of
Yeah, it's
bummed
gonna
Sounds
be
a
out.
lot nicer.
boys.
And also just
I mean, yeah, it'll be really fun to go back. I think that you guys will
Yeah.
have a great time.
I feel a lot more focused at
Really?
school.
Yeah, I probably will be when I go back.
Yeah, because like when it's in school, like distance learning, I'm literally like 1 second away from YouTube.
oh
when
yeah.
When I'm at school,
We're just
right,
like,
I'm like, I can't go on YouTube. I mean, first of all, everything's blocked, and second of all, I mean, I'm gonna get in trouble. So then I have to do my work.
Yeah,
No.
so that's good.
well, I bring a home laptop so I could go on YouTube, but I don't.
Also, how's lunch break? Is
Wish
it?
I had that.
Oh, lunch. I mean, it's just lunch. Like,
There's
there's
nothing
not-
crazy.
Yeah, it's just lunch.
The
It's the
grass
same?
is really green, though, must be said.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, the grass is looking good. It's not trampled or like bald spots or anything.
Bryant was saying they let you walk the track. Is that
They
cool?
do.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh, that's
walked.
nice. Just do that. That's better
Just
than
walk
nothing.
when you're done eating. Yeah.
It was
Man, I
kind of
wish-
hot though.
I wish I could get back. You guys got to hold it down for me. I got a bad feeling that, I don't know. Should be legit.
Yeah.
I hope nobody's taking the tree.
Yeah, the tree's banned. That's what Bryant told me. They
Wait,
blocked it
they're
all off.
It's bad.
It's banned. They-
What tree?
The one that I was always hang out by, the best spot in the school. You know what I'm talking about?
By the locker rooms.
Yeah,
Yeah, by the
Oh, I know,
locker room.
yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
that tree was perfect.
that was amazing. Well, to get off the topic of school talk, what is your guys' favorite food?
Or what about
Dish,
HR?
full meal. Oh, H&R. We can get to that. HR. We can do that. Oh, Sebastian,
H&R
favorite
pop.
food or HR?
I mean, we could just knock out the favorite food real quick,
Okay.
like Band-Aid, rip it off.
Yep.
Oh,
Quarter
you
pounder
go.
with cheese.
Probably pepperoni pizza.
Okay. Sebastian?
All right. Ollie, you go first.
Gotta
Or
think about it.
before me.
Me? Oh, what's the question?
Favorite food.
Favorite food.
No,
Not like.
no, I died. Well, I guess chicken sandwich. You know those fried chicken sandwich? Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, those are really good.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sebastian?
Man, you guys are all so American. Wow, I'm such a fob right now. No one knows what that means. So, my favorite food would definitely have to be this Romanian dish called vinete cu pâine. So, pâine in Romanian is like bread, and vinete is this like spread. It's really good. You eat it cold. It's like so basically you take an eggplant or many eggplants, put it on a grill, cook it, then you like kind of peel off the shell, and then you take like what's inside, put it in a bowl, put mayo, salt, onions, red onions, and I think one more thing I'm forgetting. And you mix it all up and you create like this paste and you put it on bread. And it's really good to eat with tomatoes, with salt. And you just, eat it, chew it with your teeth.
That
Amazing.
sounds yummy. Speaking of
It is
Romania,
really yummy.
I watched a video yesterday. I was going to send it to you, but then I didn't. I still could if you want to see it. But it was it was like Romania in 1964. And Romania was like a cultural center of Europe at that time. I don't know if it was behind the Iron Curtain or whatever. It was part of the Soviet Union at that time. But it was very nice in Romania, and people liked it there. And the outskirts were very capitalist. But now the media paints it to be very bad, is what the comments told me. But 1964 Romania looked pretty nice.
Well, coming from my parents who actually lived there, it was not that nice. I mean, I guess you could say there was culture, but there was a lot of weird things. Like you couldn't be out at 10:30. Under no circumstance could you stay over at someone's house. You had to sleep at your own house
Wow.
because I guess the government
Well, that's
always
sus.
wants to know where you are. Yeah, not super cool. I guess like culture, yeah, it's like very Eastern European, kind of like there's people like, I don't know, baking pigs out on a grill, something with a spear through them, stuff like that. What else? I think all the schools had uniforms, which isn't like the worst thing ever. People like really like worship or like were sort of forced to worship the state, if that makes sense. I remember my mom told me the story. One of her brothers was going to get a haircut, and the barber there asked him, "So, what do you want your haircut to look like?" And her brother was like, "Oh, I want my hair to look like Joseph Stalin," because he was like people looked up to him at the time, and I guess he did his hair like Joseph Stalin,
He had a nice haircut.
Yeah. Yeah, and to leave Romania was illegal. You could not leave. So all my family they illegally left Romania, but legally entered the United States. Like, I think my uncle and one of my other uncles came here or escaped Romania through I don't know, someone's wagon and got on a boat and shipped themselves to Mexico. One of my uncles, he has a really crazy story how he came here. He's Romanian. He was born in Italy. He came to I think it was Brazil or Colombia or something, and he tried like 3 different times to get into the United States, and it only worked the last time. But he got there legally, came legally.
That sounds pretty cool. But
Yeah.
in the comments, the people were like, "This was the Romania my parents told me about. It was so great." But the British media paints it to be terrible. So I guess people had different opinions about Romania.
I mean, I think
but
it might be
I kind of
the
trust your
divide between
parents
the poor and the rich,
more than this random person on YouTube.
the absolute rich.
It was like a 7-minute video too, and they just showed off mountains and horse racing. They had horse trotting which is even worse than horse racing. They don't let the horses go full speed. It's like they tie a carriage to a horse, and then the horse just kind of trots.
Like really
They don't want one horse to be better than the other, bro.
Parts of the culture. You know?
Communist society.
Venezuela. No, sorry. Well, some people may not understand the reference. North Korea is an amazing country. Have you ever seen the sports teams in North Korea? Man, it's amazing.
Extremely good.
The way they march. I feel like that's kind of what you're describing sounds like. I don't know if the food or the sports teams are even good in Venezuela. But yeah, like life in Romania at that time probably was not so good. It was behind the Iron Curtain. So yeah, but the people revolted, which also kind of makes it seem like if they revolted, must have not been very
Probably
good.
would have been bad. So
Yeah,
you're telling me this is all fake.
I don't know if it's all fake.
I think
but maybe it's just,
the video
the
didn't
elitist
touch on
Romania.
anything about how the people were treated. Really, it just showed off the clothes, the food, the landscape, and horse racing.
Yeah. Did they show like little tiny like crappy looking villages?
No, it was all like
Yeah.
industrial, kind of really nice, modern looking houses for the 60s. And
Yeah, that is definitely not Romania.
I think it was just
like
it was basically a video advertising for tourists is what I think it was, or something. They're like, this is the tourist capital of Europe. They probably didn't say that, but
Romania.
I don't know about that.
Nah, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that too. I think it
So
might be
many like
France.
individual cities, just cities, like individual landmarks that would bring more people there than like Romania.
I think
Like
that
Prague.
where would you
Eiffel
guys
Tower,
want to
Paris.
go in Europe to visit? Like coolest place?
I would probably visit the Ferrari headquarters in Italy. That would
That'd
be
be
pretty
cool.
cool. If not, maybe the Pagani headquarters, which is another really cool Italian brand. Since my parents were from Romania, I would possibly go to like the cities they were from. Probably wouldn't be that fun.
Do you have family there at all that you know of, or no?
I mean, we have family there. Not that like I know of. Like I don't know them personally, and if I were to go there, I wouldn't be able to like communicate with them. I know like nothing in Romanian.
I would probably just go to like where Rome was and look at like a building, but not the Colosseum. I think that's stupid. I would want to look at like a courthouse or something. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think the Colosseum is a little overrated.
Or I would want to go to Amsterdam because that would just be cool. Get on a little boat, go through the stuff.
Amsterdam is in the Netherlands, right?
I believe so.
The Dutch.
But I mean, Ferrari, Bugatti would be cool, especially if you got to drive one there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they have
wouldn't let me.
racetracks or anything, but that would be super
I know
cool.
Ferrari has their own racetrack in like behind their factory, behind their headquarters. It's called Fiorano.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. Do they do races?
They probably don't do races. It's mostly sometimes they'll bring like car journalists there, or mostly that's where they do testing for their cars, performance testing.
Man.
Yeah.
Well,
and apparently the headquarters of Ferrari in Italy, it's the city's called Maranello, and they say it's like almost like a Ferrari themed city. I
That's
don't know
cool.
if that makes sense. Like if a company built a city, that's what it would kind of be like.
do all the
I don't know.
citizens drive Ferraris?
Probably not, but I bet they all drive very, very Italian cars.
Cars with Ferrari stickers? Something like that.
Ferraris.
I mean, that would be especially cringe in like there, because people would totally be able to tell the difference. Because like, wow, there's like literally real Ferraris everywhere, and then here's your like Volkswagen Golf with the Ferrari badge on it.
Oh my god, is that a Ferrari?
That could be good. Ansel? Are
He's dead.
what's up, yo?
He's just been having a conversation with someone else.
They're hating on him. All right, well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to wait for Ansel before we get to HR-127.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
tell me
that's
what's your
pretty
fish, bro.
You guys want to hear about my car?
Sure. While Ansel's busy
So
protecting his humanity.
I left yesterday, and I went to Panda Express, and I got a plate, which was, I got beef and broccoli. I got orange chicken and white rice, and some spring rolls, which was very good. I made eye contact with one of the employees. It was pretty crazy. But after that, I went to my car, and my car is it is a sedan. I confirm that. I was calling it a 1987 Cadillac Fleetwood DeVille, but on the side it says Cadillac Sedan DeVille. So that's kind of cool.
The same thing. But yeah,
It's
it was
pretty much the
definitely
same.
sedan. I can tell by the photos.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It runs. So we turned it on. We looked at all the stuff in the engine and everything in the hood, and there's a bunch of corrosion and wires and stuff that we need to repair.
Yeah.
But my car is pretty cool because you go, sit down, turn on the car, and then you hold down the warmer button and you hold down the off button on the climate control.
Yeah.
And then it puts it into diagnostic mode where it tries to diagnose. It goes through the car and diagnoses the issues that it has. So I got all the codes from that, and there was 5 different codes or something that we got. So that's 5 things to fix at least. I don't know if it accounted for all the corrosion and stuff, but it's 5 things. So we've located the issues. So hopefully I can just get the parts and get down to fixing that. So I'm excited. I really want to drive it. Okay, Ansel, you're back.
I'm back.
So were you like, man, it was like you're like debating the minimum wage with someone or something.
Guess what?
Heated.
What?
Emotions were involved. What?
Somebody in my class tested positive.
Oh, no, you're not.
For
You're going to
coronavirus?
school?
Somebody tested positive in one of my classes.
Dude, our
What does
school
that
is
mean?
getting shut
So you're
down.
screwed.
Yeah.
Wait, can
Wait,
you tell us who outside the podcast?
No, they didn't say.
They didn't say. Well, we'll find out probably. Dang.
What does this mean? This is breaking news. This is
Yeah.
This is breaking news. So
Yeah,
what does
what?
this mean for the school?
what does this mean?
I have no idea what it means. I mean, if,
Are they going to
obviously,
shut the school
I mean,
down?
Yeah, I mean, they have to.
You went today, right?
Yeah, today I went.
Dang.
Dang.
Well, so
Well,
you're probably just gonna be boxed in somewhere.
I'll
We'll
keep
see
you in
a
my
few
prayers.
days, a few weeks.
I hope you don't have it also.
Keep you.
Yeah, I
Right
did
here.
too, especially since they were in my class.
No,
Yeah.
even if you do have it, if you're relatively healthy, like it won't be more than a headache, or you won't even know that you have it.
Yeah.
You've
My
been taking your
grandparents
vitamins,
are in the house
vitamin C and zinc and such?
They're in the house.
No,
Okay. Well,
but-
then are they gonna like leave?
I don't know. I mean, they're right
The
there.
person with coronavirus?
No, my grandparents.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah,
and
I'll pray
also-
for you guys, man. I hope you guys make it
Yeah.
out of it.
It's also kind of hard to quarantine. Like it's just kind of like gets super boring because you have to quarantine for so many days.
So
Like I think it's like 2 weeks.
does this mean that school's going to shut down again?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they had someone positive, right? That person probably got really close to other people, right? Because I mean, at lunch and when school ends, it's really like there's no
Yeah.
social distance. Like when school ends, everything that they've been trying to do during the school day with like the traffic lanes and the one way and the left side, right side, and the spaced apart lunch tables, all of that goes to nothing at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, everyone just goes out front gate.
Everyone just runs out.
Like
Yeah.
literally. So at this point, a
If
lot
we-
of cohort B is exposed.
That
Thing
sucks.
we can.
I guess
confirm.
none of cohort B is going back, and also like
Wait.
it could have gotten to the teacher too. So
It's okay. So how many classmates do you have in total in your classes?
Okay, well let's see. In math, 1, right? Spanish, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting different people, by the way. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's 6
Uh,
people total, or is that 5
Oh, that's
total?
5. These are
Okay.
individual people. Graphic design, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Okay.
and then STEAM, how's my count? 9, 10, 11, 12.
So that's 1 out of 12 people has it.
One of
So
those 12.
one of those 12
Man.
people has it. And
that sucks, dude. I I mean, they probably are going to shut down the school again. But who knows? Who knows if they do or not.
That totally sucks.
If they do shut down, I wonder what will happen to us coming back on April 12th. They might.
We won't be coming back. If,
Oh yeah,
we won't be
it
coming
requires
back.
at least
What do you
2
mean?
weeks. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of
At least 2
schools
weeks.
that like they get an outbreak in the school, or like one kid has it, they shut down for 2 weeks, and then they'll just go back, and then they'll just do that over and over. So that might be our school too.
I mean, yeah, but
They should
We're-
just
we're
shut down
different.
school in total.
We're
Never
different
like
school.
no more school.
I don't know.
Dang.
I think it's probably Uncle's fault.
I haven't
It was
gotten
awesome.
tested.
Yeah, I think it's Uncle's fault.
No, I've never gotten tested.
You don't have any symptoms. I haven't heard you cough. I don't know if you have any. You have a headache right now?
No, I can still smell. I can still smell.
Do you have are your toes swollen?
No,
Okay. You don't have socks on?
no.
You're a weirdo.
Man, yeah, you are a weirdo.
I'm wearing socks right now.
Yeah, you're giving a sock. You're giving COVID by.
Do you have a
wearing
carpet
sock.
floor where you're sitting?
No, I'm sitting
What?
on like those foam things.
Oh, okay.
Man, no socks on hardwood? I don't know.
Uncle's a
underneath
weirdo.
the foam is hardwood, but I have a carpet. Like
And
Probably doesn't even wear socks to school, man.
You're insane. But
what?
well, hopefully it's all good.
Wow.
I think that kid will be fine.
Well,
but who knows?
folks, you heard it here. You know.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, if you're cohort B and you're watching this, I mean, you probably already know. So
yeah, you're not going back
Wow.
anytime
Good for
soon,
you.
Chief.
Probably won't make it. But
Man.
you know, yeah, we were in our prayers.
Yeah, you're in all our prayers. That's
Yeah.
it's at least
Wow.
3 different
Also, if you
religions.
don't make it, can I have your Minecraft account?
no,
Why not?
Also, can I reach
I'm
out
not
for
giving that
Netflix?
to you.
Man,
Also,
you have so many events. Let me have your account.
if you don't make it, can I have my colored pencil back?
You mean this one?
Yes, but only if you die.
Why are we talking about this, man?
Okay, I'm okay. Well, you're not gonna die. We shouldn't be talking about
Come
that.
on, man. Jesus.
Also,
Well-
there's at least like a 0.5 chance. For
Way
you to
less.
do
Five
something
more
like that.
% chance than I would like.
There's like 1 in a
Actually, I
million
think it's
chance
lower,
that
but that's
Ansel
still pretty
dies
high.
right now.
There's still a chance. That's the problem.
There's a
Yeah.
chance that there's a 1 in a million chance that I
So
could die
you're saying
today.
there's a chance.
We're all taking that chance, you know.
I wonder what the chances are of dying on any given day.
Like pretty. I mean, it's pretty low, but it's higher than you would probably expect. If I had to guess, I don't know the chances of
I
dying.
bet it is low. I bet it's definitely low, but the amount of things that could kill you is probably
It's-
really high.
Any given day,
But it's low.
1 in 100,000 is your odds of dying any day, according to this person on Quora.com.
Yes.
Really?
Reputable source for
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Fauci speaking.
The odds, okay, pretty crazy.
that. That's such a. How do you even calculate that?
It's like a
I
hard
don't know,
odd
you'd have to
because
calculate,
Yeah, how do you
account for like everything.
you would have to take
You have to-
like
I think you have
what's the
to
chances of-
account for the amount of deaths per day and
the
I don't know.
population, the amount of murders per day. There's a lot of stuff you would have to account
yeah,
for.
the amount of murders per day, the amount of births per day.
I don't,
have
I
that
don't,
off
I
the
don't
top
see
of
how
my
births would come into play unless you're pregnant.
There's a leak in my roof, and then there's like water that comes through, and it drops down my nose, and it chokes me, and then I die. You know?
No, it's
There's a
just
lot of-
acid
yeah.
rain that drips down and instantly kills you. You're gonna have to drown.
I don't think acid rain instantly kills you.
It's probably
It only
bad for
like
you.
burn the skin.
I bet acid rain is way worse than
Probably
water
like-
to drink.
Whoa, really?
Oh man, who would have thought?
Dude, I must have gone to MIT to learn something like that.
You like double stuff Oreos or thin Oreos better?
Double stuff all the way, boy.
Out of those two, I like why. Out of those two, double stuff because thin is just like it's less Oreo.
Exactly.
It's literally just less Oreo.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what other Oreo, like there's not that many flavors. You guys like cookies and cream ice cream or birthday cake ice cream more?
Cookies and cream.
Neither.
Yeah, man, cookies and cream is like.
I would
Cream
take
is
birthday cake. I really like birthday cake. Birthday cake batter. Cake batter's really good. Cupcake
I
ice
never
cream
even
is fire. Man, well that sucks that somebody got coronavirus in one of your classes, Ansel.
Yeah, more 12.
You will have to hope for the best in the coming
Ansel,
days.
Question:
And you'll
How
Yeah.
have you had any close contact with any other person in your cohorts?
I was
What
like,
was the last time you touched someone in your cohort, man?
I was with Brian. I was like, we were side
That
by
is
side.
Brian.
I got
Who's
pretty.
Brian?
I feel like Bryant would tell us if he found out he got coronavirus. Like he went right when he broke his
Yeah,
phone, he was
yeah.
like, "Oh my god, I broke my phone." He'd probably do the same
Yeah,
thing.
it was so funny when he broke his phone. Oh my god, I was there. It was so funny.
Man,
Did he tell the story? Did he tell the story?
he did
No,
tell
they
the
tell
story.
Wait, did
Dude,
he?
it was so. It was.
He did on the
so
episode
funny.
yesterday.
It was so funny. Oh my god.
How did he break his phone?
No, he was like, Brian, I'll give you $1 if you touch the basketball rim, right? And Brian, he jumped up and he tried to touch that basketball rim, and his phone fell out of his pocket, and it fell on the ground, and the battery came out too, which was it was so funny.
Battery
sucks.
came
So
out.
funny.
Bro, how
Yeah,
old was your phone before the battery to come out?
Yeah, it was an Android, and the battery literally came out, and his screen shattered, and it was so funny.
That sucks.
What was his reaction? Did he cry?
He was like, "Oh no!" But everyone else was just laughing.
That
I mean, I
sucks.
feel bad for him. That really sucks, but
Yeah,
I
it
bet
was
that was
so
pretty
funny.
Well, so Sebastian, you want to talk about HR?
HR, human resources.
No, the HR-127.
Yes. So HR-127 is a new bill that was brought up by Sheila Jackson Lee, who is a U.S. representative she's a Democrat basically in I believe the Houston, Texas area. Is that correct? I'm not sure
Texas, I don't know.
where, but in Texas. Excuse me. So yes, she brought up a new bill, and she wants to pass it, in Congress. So basically, to enact it, it's called HR-127, and I mean it's quite beautiful. Honestly, it's really a work of art. Okay. So basically, HR-127 to just put general summary. It's essentially a new gun control bill, and they always say, oh, we're not trying to take your guns. We just want to take away machine guns from you, and something along those lines.
War type
So
guns and assault rifles.
Yes, military style weapons of war. You can tell these people know exactly what they're talking about. So let's just go over a few, proposals in HR 127. So let's just start off. Every person who would want to have a gun or purchase a gun in HR 27 would, I believe, have to wait 3 months. Or no, sorry, not 3 months. Basically, if you already have a gun, and if this bill were to be applied, you would have 3 months to sort of go through all these different precautions, starting with a national gun registry, which is essentially the federal government knows how many guns are in the United States, what model they are, their VIN, who owns them. But it even goes a step further. So if you are a current gun owner, you have 3 months, if this were to be passed, to basically put your guns, all your weapons, into the firearms registry. And this means they will know your model, VIN, the serial number of the gun, who has it, when you bought it, also where you store it in your house. And the weirdest thing is the registry would be public. So any person could go into the registry and basically look up any person and see how many firearms they have, when they bought them, and where they keep them in their house. So my neighbor could know where I keep my AR-15, not that I have one, in my house. And it's just a little strange that anyone would be able to access that. Anyone, even criminals, felons, would be able to access it. And if you wanted to get a gun under this, first you need to go to, well, there's a lot of things. One, you'd have to be 21 years old for any gun, doesn't matter. You'd have to pass a background check, which background checks are already required when you buy guns in almost any circumstance, unless you buy it privately from someone. And you'd also have to pass a psych evaluation. And basically the government would like appoint, what would you say, therapists, psychotherapists, to evaluate people who want to get guns and see if they're eligible. And if you have ever been depressed, if you've ever been in a hospital or the government somehow knows that you've been depressed, you cannot get a gun. If you've been depressed, not if you've been suicidal or had a serious mental disorder, but if you've just been depressed, you cannot have a firearm. The psych evaluation, they will also talk to people you know, relatives, family workers, coworkers, maybe not that many people, but they'll talk to people you know to see if they think you're qualified to own a firearm. And one of the people they'll go to is your ex-spouse, ex-husband, ex-wife. So in some, theoretical scenario, if you have a woman who wants to go get a gun, the government would, I guess he's therapist, I don't know if therapist is the correct term, would go to her ex-husband, and if her ex-husband, was abusive, a wife beater, hates her, he could say, "No, I don't want her to have the gun." And she wouldn't get it, most likely.
It's messed up.
And you'd also need to buy... What were you going to say?
I said that's messed up.
It is messed up. And if you were going to get a gun, you would have to buy insurance from the government. That would cost $800 per year. And that's just for one firearm. And some people have multiple. Some people will have one firearm for home defense. Some people will have one that they concealed carry in the public. So let's say you just have two. And some people have more than that. That would be $1,600 a year you would have to pay just for insurance. You'd also have to do 24 hours of training. And gun training can be very expensive if you get quality training. And every year, if you try to re-register, renew your license, you have to do, I think it was like a further 8 hours of training. So even more training. So basically the cost of owning a firearm is going to skyrocket to an insane amount, which is basically going to monopolize your constitutional right to where only people who have the money to afford it are going to be able to actually purchase a firearm. I think I already talked about different things that would prevent you from having a firearm, such as if you were mentally ill, if you're evaluated to be mentally ill, ever been diagnosed with depression, if you've ever had any brain disease, if they believe you have any alcohol problems.
Really?
And yeah, we'll talk to your family. Yeah, if you have alcohol problems, they would also not allow you to have a firearm.
That's crazy.
Or I guess if you ever have in the past. As for, the military-style weapons, the very... oh man, what's the term I'm looking for?
The cool ones?
I don't know. The cool ones, yes, the scary-looking ones. You would need a separate permit for that, which would probably be even more expensive. And you can only have magazines. I don't know if this just applies to military weapons. But you can only have magazines that hold 10 rounds or less, which is, I believe, what the law is in California, which is also really crazy because if you look at statistics of how many shots or how many rounds a police officer has to fire to take down a criminal, because people don't die in one shot, Police officers aren't John Wick. Police officers use on average 4.5 shots to take down one person. Let's just round it up to 5 because, you can't fire half a shot. So take 5 shots to take down one person. What if 2 or more people are invading your home? Or you have multiple shooters in an instance.
And that's 4.5 shots from a trained individual. If you're just some random person with a gun and multiple people are invading your home, like trying to protect yourself.
Every week with a firearm. Yeah, who's trained extensively, who's paid to be good with a firearm. And you're just like an average person. Most likely. Yeah. What about antique guns? So if you're like a collector, you'll also need to prove ownership, I guess that you have them. You need like an antique license, so a completely other license. And you won't even be able to display them in your own home because they're also going to regulate how you store your guns in your own home. Because once again, they'll know where you keep your guns. So if you can't keep them behind this, if you were to tell them, yeah, I keep my antique guns behind this glass shelf, for display, sorry, can't do that. Even if it's in your own home, folks. Even if it's in your own home. So basically now the government is telling you how to, decorate your house, almost essentially. And what would happen to you if you were to violate some of these rules set up? Well, your prison sentence could be anywhere from no less than 10 years to no more in some instances for violating some of these things than 25 years. for instance, one of the laws is you can't buy a firearm without getting a license under any circumstance. If you were under this law, if it were to be passed, buy a firearm and you did not have a license, that's not you shot someone, you committed a murder with it, or you gave it to someone underage. Just if you bought a firearm without a license, you would serve anywhere from 15 to 25 years in prison, and you could be charged anywhere from $70,000 to $150,000. That's just if you buy one without having a license, not if you actually use it. Just to put it into perspective, the average prison sentence for a rapist is 9 years. So under the guise of this bill, to buy a firearm without a license and not do anything with it is worse than actually raping someone. Just let that sink in.
Yeah, and rape is like one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah, honestly, it's crazy that the penalty for rape is only 9 years. It should be a lot higher than that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So yeah, I'm trying to think if
and also probably you said minimum of 10 for any of those violations. Like, what if you were a gun owner like 3 months before it passes and you don't register your firearms that were previously legal, you never did anything bad? Like, they can just send you to jail.
Yeah.
Crazy.
For not complying with this very reasonable bill. And also fine you at minimum $50,000.
Yeah. This is just so that the government can take full control, become more and more authoritarian.
Yeah, I don't think this bill necessarily outlaws, for instance, AR-15s, the most popular rifle in the United States. But I have no doubt that another bill would be passed soon after this to ban them. And it's kind of funny when you think about it, because I believe AR-15s are only used in, I think it's something around 2% of all gun murders in the United States. So if they were to ban AR-15s, what you would see is that would happen. Nothing would change, or at least almost nothing would change, because either one, criminals would still get their hands on AR-15s, or two, banning them wouldn't do anything because they only kill, 2% of all gun murders in the U.S. every year. And then they would say, oh, well, darn, that didn't work. Clearly, we need to go even further. And since now they would have a national firearms registry, they would know who has what guns, how many they have, who you are, when you bought it, where you keep it in your house. And they will, I believe I don't know who it was that was running for president, but someone said they would be completely open to having police officers go door to door to houses to confiscate guns.
I think I remember that guy too. I don't know his name.
I want to say it was Beto O'Rourke.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I remember that.
That's not his real name.
I think he got up on a table and was like, hell yeah, we are going to take your AR-15s.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15s, your AK-47s.
It seems harder than using a handgun to use an AR-15 for a murder. But that's just my opinion. I don't know.
But most murders are done with handguns.
Yeah, because it's easier to drive by and just put a handgun out your window and shoot somebody. I don't know.
So even in mass shootings, handguns are used in, I think it's like 60% of all mass shootings. Especially in mass shootings, only one weapon is used. It's almost always a handgun.
The one today, I'm pretty sure, was a handgun.
Today?
I don't know.
You didn't hear about the orange one? Orange County?
The orange one.
Wow. Today.
Yeah, a 9-year-old boy died. Pretty tragic.
That's like one every week for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, they used the handguns. And yeah, so right now they're not saying anything about banning handguns, just making it harder to buy them. And yeah, eventually they'll try to ban AR-15s, and if they do, nothing will happen. So then they're just going to come for all guns. And since they'll have a registry, they'll know exactly where you keep them. Sorry.
Yeah. So, Ansel, what do you
think? I can't
think?
think of anything else outlined in the bill that needs to be mentioned, so yeah.
I can't really think of anything. Ansel, that's your first time hearing this. What's your opinion?
Well, personally, it's not going to change anything for me. But, I don't know, it seems a little radical.
Yeah, it's not going to change anything for us.
As of right now.
As of right now, yeah.
I mean, it's not going to affect me in any way.
Yeah. But even for, like, adults and stuff, really feel like the only effect it would have is just making it harder to obtain a firearm.
Yeah, and then it basically takes firearms away from poor people too, with the insurance that's $800, and the middle class is dying. There's not going to be a large amount of people that are going to be able to purchase any firearms really. So these poor people that want guns are going to have to get them illegally, which will probably be cheaper. It opens up a new section of trade for the cartel. Maybe
the only people who are going to be able to weapons, if this were to be passed, would be like gun nuts, people who like will buy guns, no matter how hard it is, or basically wealthy people. So yeah, basically they just want to make it so difficult to own a firearm to where they're going to disincentivize most Americans from even trying. And it's crazy when you think that, I think it was like last year, over like 2 million guns were bought in the United States because of the riots. And people realized, because police forces weren't really able to do that much when the riots were going on, that at the end of the day, the police, a lot of respect to them, I have a lot of respect for police, but at the end of the day, they can't always be there to protect you. So at the end of the day, your safety's in your own hands.
Yeah, that's how all these people are getting shot. There's not a police officer there immediately. The one today, I don't know if you guys want to talk about it or not, but it was pretty crazy. The dude went into a place, and this guy had relations with all the victims. I think it was business and personal motive stuff for why he killed him. But he went and closed the gate and put a bike lock on the gate to lock it up, and then went in and killed a bunch of people.
Wow.
Yeah.
What building was it? Like, where was it?
It was in Orange County, I'm pretty sure. So, like LA, near LA.
But like, was it a store, a theater, a mechanic shop?
I'm not sure. I'll look it up right now. Okay. Business complex is what I'm seeing.
Business complex. So like an office building?
Maybe. Probably. I would say yes. If you look up just Orange, it's the first thing that comes up.
Yeah, like she was related to those people through work?
Yeah, probably. The preliminary motive is believed to be related to a business and personal relationship which existed between the suspect and all of the victims. It wasn't a random act of violence, according to someone, a police department spokesman.
So it was really coordinated.
Yeah.
Wow. No.
Sucks.
Really tragic.
There's not much to say about that. It's tragic.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I wonder what he used a handgun?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I see. I mean, I don't know. But I'm guessing this was probably a gun-free workspace, business building. Because I guess it's a study that 91 to 97% of all mass shootings happen in gun-free zones. Because obviously, if you're going to do a mass shooting, you want the least resistance.
Yeah. Crazy. I don't know. I think that it seems that the new HR-127 bill probably won't change anything for us, but in the future, as laws become tighter and tighter, it will change a lot, and there will be more and more stuff passed that will limit our freedoms, and we'll be able to do less and less over time.
Yeah.
And then it'll just be like authoritarian rule. And then, if we wanted to do a revolution, for example, you couldn't, because the majority of people wouldn't have guns or anything.
Yeah. And also just like the majority of people, I'm not saying we need like a revolution now or anything like that.
Oh, I'm not saying that
but
either.
I feel like if the United States ever became so just awful and authoritarian to where a revolution was needed, I feel like people are just so, I don't know, what's the proper word? Like mentally like neutered, if that makes sense. Like people are so like
cucked.
They're just sheep. People just like go 9 to 5, work, go to Starbucks, go home, go, I don't know, rewatch Netflix shows. I know I sound like a boomer right now. But people are just so like mundane, like people just have like so little meaning in their lives. If it's like someone was starting a revolution, they'd be like, but I have work tomorrow. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's exactly how people would be. Just no drive to like do anything or actually change anything because people live so comfortably.
Pretty much, but I mean, riots and stuff happen. So there would definitely be a group of people
Yeah, they do.
that would push for something like that. But yeah, a lot of people are just very they're like you said, like total sheep, and that's just it's
Yeah.
probably it might be the majority of the population of the US is like that. Maybe. I'm not sure
Yeah,
actually.
it's like no drive, no will, just want to do things 9 to 5.
Most
no
people have like
drama.
no real ambitions. It's just like go to school, maybe go to college or drop out, get a job,
Yeah,
and then that's your life.
pretty
Like
much.
nothing that you create, nothing creative. I don't know.
Yeah, we could talk about this for, like a really long time. How people are losing like meaning in their lives. You know, I bet that's like one of the big reasons why all these shootings happen. I don't necessarily know if that was like one of the causes of the Orange County shooting.
Who knows?
But I bet these people, especially the kids who do like school shootings, just are so devoid of like any meaning in their life and feel like they have no purpose or anything. And then they see, you know, how the media covers all these shootings and how when they happen, it's like, you know, national news. Everyone is talking about it for
You're like a
years, months,
superstar
weeks.
for
Shooters
a while.
hit. Yeah, it's like you're basically like I don't want to say like superstar because they're not like worshipped, but their name gets out, their identity gets out, why
They're
everything
worshipped.
gets out.
There's
Nothing
subsections
I
of
can
people
do.
that'll like worship these people. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, I don't know. Never heard about that, but I'm saying like just like the way most people like look at it, you know, like
Yeah.
talk about it. Everything about the shooter gets out, why they did it, you know, their name and such. And then I'm sure all these kids and even like adults who do these mass shootings, like, I have no purpose in my life. You know, society's like, I don't know, not recognizing me for anything. I feel like I can't do anything. And I'm not saying like this is a good idea. Absolutely, no one should do this. But then they're like, okay, might as well go out in a bang. People will remember me then.
Yeah. And
You know.
it's like a consumer society where you only live to buy the next product
Yeah.
or whatever you're going to get, consume the next
Yeah.
media that comes
wanna-
out, obsess over
I
things
don't
you
want to
see.
sound like a communist right now, but yeah, no, it's true. Like we kind of live in just like a consumer society where you consume to live, you don't live to consume.
Modern
Stage
day
5 of
communists
the
are the worst
like,
offenders.
We live to consume. We live to consume, not consume to live.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's stage 5 of the thing, you know.
We're still in
You know the
stage
thing,
4. It's
the
going to get
model?
even
The
worse.
great transition model.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of those models. We're in stage 5.
Yeah, one of those models. We learned about a billion of those.
One of those models.
Yeah, I know, honestly,
I
like-
can't remember.
It really sucks.
Yeah, I don't want to
Too,
say
like,
boomer,
all these new
but
products
yeah,
and everything is
damn,
cool.
They know meaning.
It takes all the meaning out of life and everything, though. Like, it's cool to have all this stuff. It's cool to be able to just,
Yeah.
like, go on my phone and veg out or just go buy McDonald's and then watch
Yeah,
Netflix,
social media stuff.
social media.
But it's like, yeah, there's like,
There's, like,
I don't want to
nothing.
say I don't feel like I have, you know, a meaning to my life because the meaning of life is like to find goals, you know, and accomplish things and like basically create your own meaning. But, and, you know, seek that out. But yeah, I really do feel like there's like a lack of people and meaning in their lives right now because we just have it so easy.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to like delegitimize certain causes, but then people, since they feel like they have nothing for them, they just, you know, go and try to change like these huge, massive issues because they feel like they have nothing they can do in their own life that's worthwhile.
They'll even create issues that, like, I'm not going to name any issues, but they'll create
Yeah, yeah.
issues.
Yeah, they'll just create issues just so they can have something to fight, you know?
Yeah.
Almost like create their own, like, yeah, we're fighting. Once again, I'm not like referencing any real like issues, but like, yeah, we're like fighting the Nazis and stuff, you know?
We're fighting these white
kinda, like,
supremacists on
trying to
Twitter.
create issues. Stuff like that, yeah, you know? Like, I don't know, like, what's the term I'm looking for? Like, people who get offended for other groups of people. Like, if people do that, it's just like, wow, you have, like, so little meaning in your life. You feel like it makes sense for you to go online and go defend people who you've never met and who you don't even know.
Yeah.
From, like, jokes and stuff. To make yourself feel like you're doing something.
And who cares about jokes, really? Like, what I'm more worried about is when they try to take away free speech, which is most likely going to happen
Yeah.
in our lifetime. A bill is going to get proposed to take it away. Probably has happened, I bet. It's what's
Yeah.
happening in a lot of countries now, like what's it called? Scotland is very authoritarian
Apparently,
with the free
Germany.
speech. Yeah,
Really, apparently in Germany, like 3,000 people a year are put in prison for hate speech.
it's like that all over
And
Europe.
Germans are literally so brainwashed. Yeah, people in Germany. I don't want to say, oh, they're stupid, but they're so brainwashed where they hear like Americans say, "Wow, 3,000 Germans are put in prison for speech," and they're like, "No, it's hate speech. It's violence. You know, it's the same thing as like shouting fire in a theater."
Yeah,
'Cause they
People,
have
like-
no idea how free they could be.
it's terrible. In other countries, you'll get fined too. Like, if you don't go to jail, other countries where hate speech is illegal, you can get sued for like making a joke about somebody and have to pay thousands. Like, I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
stuff where that happens to people. Like, I saw some comedian in Canada made fun of some kid that was just in the crowd, and he got charged like $35,000 for a joke. And
I don't know who exactly it was, but apparently this one, I don't even know what you could call her, like speaker lady, you know, like a political commentator was like traveling around like Europe and also Australia. And I guess people said that she said something like racist or something. And she was literally like, I believe it was the UK, literally not allowed to enter the United Kingdom.
wow.
For speech. She didn't like say anything violent towards anyone. She wasn't allowed to enter because of speech.
It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's just they disagree with your opinion. You're not allowed to have it. You're not allowed to make jokes in a lot of places. Like, Tyler, the Creator,
Yeah.
great artist, got banned from, like, somewhere, like Britain or whatever. Couldn't go there because he made fun of a prime minister. I don't know where it was, actually, but it's crazy.
That's just so strange. And the fact that, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of, you know, I'm not saying like, British people suck or anything like that. I'm sure there's like a lot of really cool people in Europe. But just like the fact that no one really, I don't know, I feel like no one says anything, you know? Like they say, like they're sheep, you know? The government just does things and they're just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess we can do that.
There's a
Oh,
lot of
now you're
people
not-
that do stick up for free speech and all that stuff in
Yeah.
countries in Europe, like Count Dankula, for example, in Scotland. That's how I know about the stuff that's going down in Scotland, because he reports on it. But that's a big free speech guy. But people do stick up for it. But there's a lot of people that are just brainwashed by the media and government and everybody there, that they just have to follow what they say and they can't say anything bad.
Yeah, people who just, I don't know, are in the system, man.
Yeah,
Man, it's get them by the strings.
crazy.
I don't know,
Well,
it's just crazy. I mean, Europe, you know, it's cool in ways, but I just really hope the U.S. never goes to that level.
yeah, we left Britain's rule because it was so bad. Now we're becoming more and more
Bad in
like
a
them.
different way, but yeah, hopefully, yeah, don't aspire to them. Once
Also-
again, you know, I'm sure the UK, Germany, cool countries.
Yeah.
Are you sad right now?
No.
You look really sad for like the last 5 minutes.
No, I'm good.
You want to say anything?
About what?
Anything that's on your mind?
No, not really. I mean, I like freedom of speech. I mean, I don't really say anything though.
You don't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really.
I don't
I
know,
feel
man. We were talking about the what was her name? The one lady who spoke at like Coca-Cola, like
Her.
headquarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, her. We were talking about her, and you're like, yeah, I don't know, man. It seems kind of weird. Hey, man, you know, if this is Europe, you could be fine for that. I don't know.
I could be jailed
I
or
know.
fined.
I know, but like, I don't think I'm ever gonna go to Europe and like publicly say I hate the prime minister or anything.
Yeah, I don't care about Europe. I'm probably
Yeah,
never
no,
going to
I'm
go
not-
there. I don't have
I'm not
any
like worried
interest.
about like me going to Europe, but I'm saying like if I lived in Europe, I don't know. People have been jailed for pretty unreasonable things.
I'm saying that the laws suck there, and I hope that the U.S. does not ever get to that point or restrict free speech, like, at all, any more than it has. I think you should be able to say that you're gonna go bomb the government as long as you don't go do it. I think it's kind of funny.
There's
Not
gotta
sure
be
about
a
that.
there's gotta be a line.
I'm gonna go bomb the
Well,
government
I
tomorrow
remember, like,
at
it was
9
like
o'clock.
Madonna in like 2016 said she like thought about bombing the White House, and then like people started like cheering.
Michelle
Kinda
Obama?
weird, not gonna lie. No, Madonna. Am I saying her name
Oh,
right?
Madonna?
Like the singer
Singer.
who was like really famous like a billion years ago. You know?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It wasn't that long ago.
The girl, she kissed Drake, and Drake thought it was gross.
I don't know about that, but sure. Yeah,
Pretty
her.
gross clip. You should check that out. But yeah, dang. I think that the limit should just be, this is what you can't say. Meet up with a group of people, a group of extremists, and plot a murder, and then go murder someone. So you probably shouldn't have been allowed to have that conversation or go murder that person, you know? But
Yeah, I would
if
say
you say to someone
free
like,
speech.
you're an idiot, you deserve to die, who cares? Like, what does that even mean? It means nothing.
I mean, yeah, not that I would say that to someone, but obviously, you know, that's just.
I would say that to
exaggeration.
someone. I don't care.
But yeah, I would say.
But,
I would say the only like speech people should not be allowed to say is if they directly incite physical violence towards a person or group.
Exactly.
That's it. Like aside from that, literally, like, nah, man, nothing. Say
Even
what you
like,
want.
even hate groups.
Doesn't mean people can't like.
Hate groups should be allowed to say what they want to say, as long as they don't infringe upon anyone else's rights or do anything violent against people. You know.
Yeah, and that's not saying, you know, hate rights are like, yeah, they're really smart. But even people
Yeah.
like that should be allowed to say what they want to say. Anyone
Hate
should be allowed
groups-
to say whatever they want to say.
Here, I'll make a
As long as
bold
they don't
point.
incite violence on anyone else.
Exactly. This is a bold point right here. Hate groups, such as the KKK, are bad, and we don't endorse them.
Did you really just say that?
We do not endorse them.
I'm sorry, Ansel. I know you disagree, but
Uncle's like, you've just offended my entire career right here.
but I feel like if we take away
You know.
the KKK, for example, if we take away their freedom of speech, then it's just gonna snowball and take away everybody's. As long as a group isn't doing anything violent, they're just saying stuff. Who cares, really?
Yeah, and we need to specify like physical violence, like real violence that could actually result in like harm
Yeah.
being done to someone. Because people say like, you know, calling someone dumb is violence, or other things I could mention.
If you call someone dumb or some other insult, and then they go home and do harm to themselves and blame you for that, you're not to blame. But I don't know. What
That
about
is very unfortunate that they would do that, but yeah, that is
Yeah.
not. Your rights don't get to be violated because of that.
then there's like
Unless you're like a kid in school and you're like a bully, then it's different, obviously. But
bullying
as adults
sucks.
in
I hate
public-
bullies.
Yeah, bullying is stupid. Bullies suck. They're just super insecure,
Wow,
man.
dude.
It's
You
like
really
they gotta
said
put
that?
other people down.
Ansel, you taking the bully side? Coming in with the unpopular
Bullies are
takes.
just misunderstood, man.
I've never, man, I don't know. I just like free speech, and I really enjoy that we have freedom in this country more than other countries. I think that's cool.
Yeah, not saying the UK is not a free country, but compared to us,
It's not a free country.
like because very UK.
No,
It's freer than some countries, but it's
freer than
definitely not
China.
a free country compared to the United States. Freer
yeah,
than China. Not saying a lot, but I know in the UK,
It's not as free
they have, like,
as-
a huge knife. I have a huge knife crime problem. I think I talked about this on the podcast like a few days ago. But I guess now one guy in the British government proposed the idea of like putting trackers, GPS trackers on knives.
it's crazy.
All knives. Not all knives, but knives. Like, that's kind of crazy, you know? Like, GPS tracker on my butter knife. For when
I
spray
know
a
about
finish
that
on
because
bread.
there weren't many shootings, like to begin with, but there's no guns there. But there is gangs, even though they're in the UK. I don't want to speak for all the UK, but a lot in Britain, especially the ones that get involved in hip hop and rapping. They're like small 20 to 30 person cliques, and they can be bigger, I don't know. But they'll just go and stab people because they don't have guns. Which, I mean, it usually isn't fatal because it's you're just stabbing someone. And then they call the ambulance or whatever. You'll get saved or you'll just survive it. I bet I could survive getting stabbed. What do you think, Ansel?
Depends on where you get stabbed.
It does depend on where you get stabbed. Stabbed right in the gut. 6-inch blade.
Do they pull it out?
Yes.
You'll probably die.
Maybe. Not unless I, like, get an ambulance within, like, 15 minutes. But, yeah, maybe I'll die from that. I don't know. But people that want to kill people and are very mad will find ways to kill people. And that's just how the world works. Which kind of sucks, but, you know, lions kill stuff. And you really think we're that much better than lions?
Well, I mean,
Or whatever lions kill?
like animals.
We're all just meat bags that have energy flowing through us. And do stuff.
Yeah.
The only difference is we can talk. And are very smart. And also, we are the master species on the planet, the human race. Unless there's like a underwater thing we don't know about. Or like lava
We are
people.
number one. I think humans have the number one GDP out of all species.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Who would be second? Like
that's-
ants maybe?
Maybe.
No, probably not. I don't know. Oh, Sebastian's back. Well, what's the time? 1:16.
Pretty good.
You want to wait for Sebastian or just call it a show? Sebastian? Hello?
Yeah, sorry guys, my battery died.
It's all good. We were just saying that they're people that don't have access to guns but want to commit crimes, like such as murder, will find a way to commit crimes, and that's what happens in places such as Britain and the UK and stuff. They'll just stab people.
Yeah, I know. I heard about one guy who I can't remember his name, but apparently I don't know what country it was in either. But apparently he killed 126 people with fertilizer.
I mean, that
What?
isn't that what did the Boston bombing or something?
The guy who did the Boston bombing?
Some
Probably
bombing.
not.
Boston bombing was a bomb.
Yeah.
What is the bomb?
The guy
I
used
thought
fertilizer.
the Boston bombing was a fertilizer bomb.
No, it was literally a bombing at the like Boston Marathon. The guy
Okay,
used, like, a
maybe I'm
pressure
tripping.
cooker.
Everyone in this room is dumber for what you have just said. I'm kidding.
What? What
What do you
kind of
think
bomb?
the Boston bombing would be about?
I thought the Boston
the
bombing.
9/11 terrorist attack.
Dude, you can make a bomb
not
out of
by
fertilizer.
terrorists.
That's what people do. Right?
I did not know that. That's pretty crazy.
That's how all those people died with
Yeah.
fertilizer. That you can just make a bomb out of it. Pressure cooker bombs
Yeah.
were what was used in the Boston bombing.
Yeah. a guy
Pressure
left his
cookers
backpack.
Yeah. Crime
filled with what?
is a complicated thing.
Filled
you know?
with ball
It's not
bearings.
Simple as, well,
Bombing
if we
using.
did this thing, crime would go down. It's not that simple.
What was the? Which bombing used a fertilizer bomb?
You know what I can't believe?
Oklahoma City bombing. That's what I was thinking of. You guys know about
The
that?
Holocaust.
Oklahoma City bombing. Not the Holocaust.
Yeah, I think I did hear about that.
1995. I'll show you the damage from a fertilizer
Obviously,
bomb.
The Holocaust happened.
Here, I'm just
Sure
going to
said
screen share.
I'm pretty sure. How about you, Ansul?
This is the
Pretty sure,
damage
yeah.
that a fertilizer bomb did.
Just one bomb?
It was
That's-
probably a lot of fertilizer, but you know.
At Beirut, that's just like all that stuff blew up.
Yeah, with a fertilizer bomb. So
Wow.
you know, if you guys are planning bombings, you can see what does a lot of damage. That's aluminium nitrate fertilizer with gasoline.
Whoa, whoa.
Now,
whoa.
we do
are
not condone
we're
bombing.
not offering a platform to terrorists.
But you just told them what to use for a bomb.
No, I said, no, I didn't. I didn't say that. But we do not condone bombing or terrorist acts.
We do not condone any form of violence. No violence.
Yes. Okay, well, I think we can leave it off there. Thank you all for watching. This was episode
Wait,
27.
was there anything anyone was going to say?
Yeah?
That was really
Oh,
important.
I was gonna say, I can't believe it's this year. It's gonna be 20 years since 9/11.
That is pretty insane.
Yeah. Maybe we should throw a party,
Yeah.
9/11.
but like a sad one.
What?
A sad
Oh.
one. Like a funeral?
Like a memorial.
Maybe we threw a party where
A
we just
memorial.
like lift all the restrictions and government surveillance that has like come in since 9/11, and then it would just be way better.
We should just we should lift all the restrictions, and murder is legal for a day.
Wait a second. Wait
Wait,
a
isn't that the thing
second.
that happens in like that movie where like everything
Purge.
is legal for one day?
The purge.
The Purge. There you go. There's like no government for a day.
But no,
Something
that's
like
really
that.
sad. The 9/11 was a very tragic incident.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
9/11 was
watching. I was watching some videos, and it's crazy seeing those airplanes literally go into a building. You know.
Yeah, it's like some Call of
I guess-
Duty stuff.
Yeah, it's like an
Yeah,
action
it is.
movie, but it's real, you know? And it's just insane, like, when you think about it, it's like how big the building is, you would think, I don't know, or I would think a plane wouldn't, like, be able to take down two entire
Yeah.
buildings.
Yeah,
or
and
an
how did
entire
it
building.
take down
But it
a
did.
third building
Because,
that
like-
it didn't even touch?
Probably just
Like,
debris.
No, it was
being-
like blocks away. Building
like, imagine
7.
being in, like,
You guys don't know about Building 7?
imagine being in the Twin Tower that was, like, next to the first Twin Tower and seeing the plane going, like, what would you do, you know?
I'd be
I would jump.
like what is there to do? What is it?
Why would you jump when it hasn't even hit your building, though?
I would probably like start going down the stairs.
I would take the elevator. But then, like, so would everyone else, so maybe the stairs would be better.
The stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But think about how tall the Twin Towers were, like, geez.
Who knows?
There's a
I
lot of
mean,
stairs.
yeah. It sucks.
It just sucks, like how much the world has come, like in terms of the effects of 9/11.
Yeah, especially in the
Middle
United
East.
States.
It's like
So much surveillance.
I was gonna say the Middle East because I heard like a lot of people,
A lot of people
innocent
died
people have been like. I've heard that a lot of innocent people have been like displaced
and
in the
bombed,
Middle East.
I bet.
Yeah, and killed. Just sucks, you know.
Yeah. But, Sebastian,
Yeah, it
do
really
you know
does.
why we bombed Syria?
Terrorists.
no.
Yeah, but why do we bomb innocent people in Syria?
Well, because they're just like,
Yeah.
okay, these guys are probably terrorists, so we just bomb.
Well, I mean, they just see the way they look, and yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Not,
it's all
saying
messed
that's
up,
good.
you know.
Yeah, it's just messed up, man. The system, man. The system.
Crazy. Well,
Yeah. All right. I think we could end it
end it
there.
off there. Thank you everybody for watching. This was Bro Connections 27, the show you know and love, the show that gets the facts straight, the show that has the best opinions. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.